This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by GoDaddy. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the episode of Rumor Roundup. This is the show where I sit in this here chair and I pound through all the rumors of the week, and there were a lot of them this week, and I picked the three I thought were most interesting, not an Apple rumor among them. We're talking about Sony's Xperia Z3, the Motorola X, plus this many, and so we're gonna wrap things up with a nice romantic discussion on Samsung's Galaxy Note 4. This is the second time I've had to film this video. Let's go ahead and try it one more time. This is Rumor Roundup. Let's go ahead and start rounding them up. Let's begin with the folks at Sony. The Xperia Z2, I think, was a huge success. Might not have had the sales number Sony was hoping, but it was a great phone. It was well spec'd and really well received. But it looks like it's going to get a successor, and it's all starting to come together. We've seen several reports leaking the alleged hardware specs for the Xperia Z3, but most of them point to just teeny tiny little bumps in hardware. Snapdragon 801 processor expected to get a slight speed increase, for example, and RAM and camera module and storage options all look about the same on paper. But, and there's a big round but here, we're starting to see what Sony might be doing. Our friend EvLeaks on Thursday posted a new picture of the alleged Xperia Z3, and we can see that it's thin, beautiful, and looks like a supermodel all airbrush on the cover of Vogue. Sony's kept the design language pretty consistent across Xperia lineups, but this does show a little bit more skin. It also shows a nice rounded approach to the phone instead of the rectangular look of earlier Xperia handsets. We can't really tell much from the picture, but it does seem possible there's also more brushed metal involved instead of just plastic, but that's just this guy talking out loud. The staple round silver colored power button is still being used, and we can see that Sony isn't ditching its dedicated camera button anytime soon. I love camera buttons. Please put them on more phones. My best guess though is that Xperia Z3 will be unveiled during the IFA trade show in Berlin in September, which of course we will be there. They might not be the only big phone getting unveiled. We'll talk about that in just a minute. What do you guys think about the Z3? There's a lot of great phones out there. There's your M8s, there's your OnePluses, there's your G3s, there's your Galaxy S5. Is the Z3 really gonna offer that much that makes you wanna wait for it? Wanna hear your thoughts? Leave the comments in my nethers. So from Sony, let's jump to Motorola. We loved the Moto X here. It was phone of the year for a lot of our staff. Motorola clearly had its head on its hands, but like the phone world, it's time for an upgrade on that mamma jamma, and a new set of photos published recently show the device is moving quite nicely, even show some information that we hadn't heard about yet. The photos you're looking at right now were published by our friends at Android Police and reportedly show an almost final prototype of the Moto X+1. So if you look closely, you'll notice Motorola fortunately is keeping the freaking awesome customization options intact, complete with wooden back panel, presumably, and other color options. We've also heard reports Motorola's gonna get kinda kinky and throw some leather into the ring this time around. Android Police said the metal strip running around the phone is indeed aluminum, or aluminium, so just don't yell at me. Also note the massive camera on the backside is apparently a 12 megapixel shooter to complement a this many megapixel front-facing camera, and now the flash flanks both sides of the lens. The device reportedly is going to have a 5.1-inch screen, and like last year, we aren't expecting the absolute latest and most powerful specs and hardware, but the software experience, it just works really well. It's probably going to include a Snapdragon 800 processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and that's still a nice bump for the Moto X. We don't know much about a launch window, but we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the Moto X in really just a few days in August, so that seems like the most likely month now. Motorola, correct us if we're wrong. Let me stop the rumors for a quick second to thank our friends and good peeps at GoDaddy. Want to remind you, you should put your website to work while you go do other things that are not work. It's online, so it works 24/7, no matter where you are, whatever you're doing. People can still find you on the internet. Start building your site today with GoDaddy. It starts at just $1.99 per domain. Enter promo code 199techno, that's one word, at checkout. But check out the website because some limitations might apply. Now back to the rumors. For Motorola, let's jump to Samsung. They're expected to unveil the Galaxy Note 4 this September at the just mentioned IFA trade show in Berlin, like they did last year, year before that. Unlike previous years though, it looks like the company might be trying to rush the Galaxy Note 4 into customers' hands as quick as humanly possible compared to previous releases. The rumor comes from ET News, which despite what you think isn't about the alien talking and trying to get Reese's Pieces, Samsung is supposedly responding to really disappointing sales for the Galaxy S5 earlier in the year. According to the best kind of sources, the unnamed ones that have spoken to news outlet, the company is reaching out to suppliers to speed up mass production for the Galaxy Note 4. If all goes well though, the rumored phablet could launch just days after it's unveiled rather than the usual 2 or 3 weeks of waiting before the first units actually ship. Landing the Galaxy Note 4 into stores as quickly as possible could give Sammy a pretty big edge against the competition, especially with Apple expected to unveil a larger iPhone mid-September-ish. If the Galaxy Note 4 is already on sale before Apple makes its announcement though, Samsung could see a big boost being early. Then again though, at the end of the day, what really is going to matter is what each smartphone has to offer. The Galaxy Note 4 is still shrouded in total mystery. Recent leaks suggest it could offer everything from a biometric eye scanner to ultrasound sensors to a 3-sided display to also have a solution for world peace. At the very least though, it's sure to pack pretty high-end specs, including a big beastly battery, super fast processor, probable 2K display. One thing is for sure though, Samsung ain't gonna be holding back when it unveils this sucker in September, and again, we're gonna be there to show you what they have. So what do you guys think? Xperia Z3, Moto X+1, Note 4, which phones or phone are you most excited about? Leave your comments down in this area. Until next time, I'm John Renger from Techno Buffalo. Of course, check us out for all your latest and greatest tech news, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe right here to be the first ones to know whenever new videos get uploaded. We got a ton of stuff. We do phones, tablets, cars, anything that has to do with consumer electronics that has to be plugged in or uses batteries, we review.